Hello everyone, welcome to JCE Connect, the online series of learning. Today we'll start with one of the very important and interesting topic, that is break-even analysis. So, a break-even analysis is used to determine how much sales volume a business needs to start making a profit. This break-even analysis is especially useful when you are developing a pricing strategy either as a part of marketing plan or a business plan, which we very much incorporate in our construction industry. So in this economics as well as in the business, specifically cost accounting, the break-even point is a point at which the cost or expenses and revenue are equal and there is no net loss or gain and the one has broken even. Okay, so what exactly it means we will see in detail. So the study of cost volume profit analysis is known as break-even analysis. So this is an algebraic or graphical model which relates the cost revenue for different volume of production, and here it clearly demarcates the line between the profit and loss. So costs are always assumed to be known, either fixed or variable. So to understand this better with a regular day-to-day examples, okay, first we'll see the definition and then I'll explain you with one basic example. So this break-even analysis is a method to calculate the point when the invested asset will turn to make profit by not considering the overhead cost indulged in the production cycle. So this means what? It is a break-even analysis. We always consider this as a vital importance in determining the practical application of the cost function. So now you recap, okay, the cost function means what? We have three factors, that is the sales volume, cost and profit. Okay, so it aims at classifying the dynamic relationship between existing total cost and sales volume of a company. Okay, so it means, for an example, now suppose you make an investment somewhere, or suppose you want to manufacture fly ash bricks. Okay, to manufacture fly ash bricks in certain numbers, okay, you make an investment somewhere. Now you want to know when you will start getting that amount back, or you want to know when your company will start making the profit. Okay, that means what? How to understand what is profit or what is loss? Whatever the amount you have invested, after selling certain amount of fly ash brick, okay, you come at a point wherein if you sell more than that, okay, or if the sales happen more than that point, it becomes the profit for the company. Less than that point, it becomes the loss. That means that point what I'm talking about, okay, where it is usually called a no profit or no loss line. That means how much ever the investment you have made, that much amount you have got. That is called as what? Break-even point. Beyond break-even point if you go, it is called as a profit, and below break-even point it is called as a loss. That means a point is known as break-even point where all the invested amount will turn to make profit. I hope now the definition is clear to you. Okay, it is also used to determine when your business will be able to cover all its expenses and begin to make profit. Therefore, this is also called as what? Cost volume profit analysis. I repeat, it is also called as cost volume profit analysis. Okay, now here there are few assumptions which we should understand, or how exactly now the things, or how exactly it happens. Okay, for that there are few assumptions. So we'll see. First one, all the cost and volume should be known. That means what? Now once I consider the cost, now suppose for the fly ash brick itself, what are the costs that is coming up in the picture? First one, you have to decide what will be the selling price. Okay, then you will decide what will be the variable cost that is involved. Then you will decide how much is the investment that you have made, or what is the fixed cost for that particular thing. Okay, all together, then only you will be able to calculate how much the revenue you want in return, right? So all the cost and volume should be known. So this is very important. Before understanding this, all the cost and volume should be known. And one more assumption is what? There exists a linear relationship between the cost versus the volume. Okay, next we will be seeing one graph. There you will understand this clearly. Production matches sale quantity, all outputs are sold. Okay, so here it helps to know the operating condition that exists when the company break evens. That is when sales reach a point equal to all the expenses incurred in attending that level of sales. Okay, so this concept has been proved highly useful for the company executives in profit forecasting and planning, and also in examining whether the effect of alternate business management decisions. That means it will help you to make a decision. It will help you to fix the rates. It will also help you with, help you to know before, that is foresighting itself, whether the investment at this particular point is right or no. Or it will also help you to know at after how much time you will start gaining the profit. Okay, so this is very helpful in any of the company that you consider. So the break-even point represents the volume of production where total cost will be equal to total sales revenue, resulting in no profit, no loss situation. I gave you an example. Okay, now whatever the investment you have made, if you just gain that much of the revenue, that means it is no profit, no loss. But if your output, okay, or if your output of the product falls below the point, it is loss. But if your output exceeds the point, then it is called as profit. Okay, thus the minimum point of production where the total costs are recovered is called as what? Break-even point. Fine. So here the break-even point is that volume of sales where the firm break-evens. Therefore, the total cost is equals to total revenue. So I said this concept is very interesting and very important in our day-to-day life. You make any investment, okay, because you will be paying an interest, right? You will be paying an interest. Now suppose you have taken loan, you start paying an interest. So all these things or all these concepts, so suppose you want to start a new business. It is very helpful, especially in our construction industry. Okay, there are a lot of challenges that we come across. So to decide whether the option what we are selecting is right or wrong, the knowledge of this is surely very important. Okay, it is therefore a point where loss ceases to occur while profit has not yet begun, and thus it is a point of zero profit. Okay, so just remember one thing, that break even point means it is a point of zero profit. Beyond this it is a profit, less than this it is a loss. But break even point means what? It is a zero profit point. Okay, so you are able to see the graph here. Now understanding the graph at this point is very important. Okay, fine. So just look here. So I told you it is the cost versus the volume graph. Okay, now here you are able to see thus, in order to calculate how profitable a product will be, we should first look at the cost, price and the revenue that is involved. Okay, thus there are two basic types of cost a company incurs. First one is called as a variable cost, second one is called as a fixed cost. Okay, so what exactly is this fixed cost? Okay, fixed cost means usually we know the cost that a company needs, and it is a cost which does not change with the production volume or the output. Okay, thus fine. Thus, fixed cost remains roughly the same regardless of the sales output levels. It will include your rent, insurance, wages, okay, which has to be fixed. It cannot vary. But what do you mean by variable cost? The cost that change with change in the production level or the sales. For example, the cost of the materials used in the production, used in the goods. Okay, it may be the labor cost, it may be the transportation and the finished product selling cost, okay, the packing cost, all these things may change. Thus, in any of the company, okay, the fixed cost whatever is there, it will not change, but there will be the variation in this variable cost. So what exactly is this total cost? So total cost will be always equal to variable cost, okay, this variable cost plus the fixed cost. Okay, so this concept is very important. You should know what exactly is this total cost. It is the variable cost plus the fixed cost. Now, what is this total revenue? Okay, what exactly you mean by this total revenue? Okay, so here understanding this is important. So revenue means what? It is the amount which you are regaining back. Okay. Fine. So here you are able to see in the graph. Fine. Initially this is what is a fixed cost, right? Now beyond this point, now suppose you think this is what is a fixed investment, this is the variable cost, and this is what is your total revenue. Suppose this is what is your total revenue line. Your total revenue line has gone this way. Suppose your total revenue line would have come below the total cost. It would have come like this. That means it would be the loss. But here the total revenue line, okay, it is gone beyond how much ever you had invested, beyond the total cost. Your total cost was how much you had invested. Here the revenue line is gone, or you are going more than whatever you had invested. So this is considered as profit. Below that it is considered as a point. So this point exactly, okay, just to make it clear, fine, just to make it more clear. Okay, so this point is called as a break even point. Okay, why? Because your revenue line is crossing the total cost whatever you had invested. Okay, so that is your profit, and below that whatever it is, loss. Okay, so this is called as what? So this is the break even point, and this regarding with respect to that you will get the break even cost, and with respect to that you will get the break even quantity. So here later at the later stage will be even solving the numericals regarding this concept. Okay, you will have numericals like they'll give you the selling price, they will give you the cost price, they'll give you the fixed cost, variable cost, and you need to calculate after selling how many units your company will break even. Or the question will be also like, to achieve the profit of this much XYZ amount, how much products must be sold so that your company should break even. Okay, so to understand those numericals well, you should understand this graph well. So in your exam, if the break even analysis is asked, you have to write, you have to draw this graph, and after drawing the graph you need to explain the terms in depth like this. So again a revision kind. First we'll see what you mean by your fixed cost. What you mean by the fixed cost? So it is a cost which does not change with production. Which does not change with the production. It is represented by FC or it is represented by FD. Okay, so for example, the cost of the land and buildings, will it change? No, it remains constant. Okay, because you are not able to achieve the profit. Will the cost of the land change? No. Will the salaries of the top management change? No. Will your insurance amount or the depreciation amount, taxes on the property equipment, will it change? No, it has to be the same. So it is called as what? This all comes under your fixed cost. Now we'll see what you mean by your variable cost. So your variable cost, variable cost, it means the cost that changes depending upon the output volume. That means your labor cost or the cost of the raw material. Now suppose this time if you gain profit, next time you will still try to improvise in the quality of the material, right? So then it comes your transportation cost, your packing cost, etc. Okay, then the other thing what we have seen here is your total cost. So what is your total cost? Your total cost is your fixed cost plus your variable cost. Now we'll see what you mean by profit. Okay, you have seen the profit loss concept since we were in the schooling, right? So what is this profit? It is the sales revenue which comes from selling the final product minus the manufacturing cost, right? So the profit will be equal to the sales revenue minus the total cost, that is the sales revenue minus the fixed cost plus the total variable cost of that particular time. Okay, next we will see how to find out in your numerical, how to find out the break even point. So I have told you what is break even point. Whatever the investment you have made, if you get that much amount, or for that investment if you start getting the revenue, it is called as a break even point. Or also we have seen it is called as what? Zero profit point. That means your break even point, how do you find out? Okay, you will find out by equating your revenue to the cost. Okay, that is the selling price will be equal to the variable cost plus the fixed cost. Okay, now to get the break even point, okay, we will consider the break even. Now you know the break even point, we consider this with respect to the selling cost and the variable cost, right? So how to understand that? We equate break even point. Thus if you consider break even of your sales is equals to break even of your fixed cost, sorry, break even of your variable cost plus the fixed cost. So break even point will be equal to what? Fixed cost divided by the selling price minus the varying cost per unit. Okay, so this formula is very important for us while solving the numerical. Okay, so considering a small example at this point, now you consider your company has a fixed cost of rupees 10,000. Okay, you are able to see on the screen. Selling price of rupees 5 per unit and the variable cost is rupees 3 per unit. So what is your, or how, or when you will occur the break even? So how do you calculate? Your fixed cost is 10,000 divided by 5 rupees, that is the selling price minus the variable cost, you will get 5,000 units. So how to interpret this? Okay, how to interpret this one? The conclusion that can be drawn from the above example is that sales volume of 5,000 unit will be accurate point at which the company or at which the manufacturing unit would not make any profit or loss. That means it is a zero profit point or it is a break even point. Now we'll see various important three important numericals regarding this particular concept. Okay, so the numerical is as here. A company is engaged in producing door frames which are sold at uniform price of rupees 1,800 each. Variable cost is 1,200 per unit and fixed cost is what? 2,70,000. So how many units of door frames must be produced and sold so that the company will break even? Second question is how many sales to be made to achieve a profit of rupees 5 lakhs. So this numerical was asked in your question paper. Okay, once it had come for the similar numerical. Okay, once it had come for 8 marks and once it had come for 12 marks. Okay, so every step here is important, though the problem is very easy. If you don't write the formula and don't explain the terminologies, don't write the given content, you will not be getting the marks. Okay, so you have to solve the way I have shown here. Fine, so the solution, you know, in the numerical the selling price is given as 1,800, variable cost is given as 1,200 and the fixed cost is 2,70,000. So to determine the break even point, we know it is fixed cost. So how we have arrived at this formula? How we have arrived at this particular formula, you know, you have seen before, right? So it will be 2,70,000 divided by 1,800 minus 1,200, it will be 450 units. That means how you have to write the statement, how many units of door frame must be produced and sold so that the company should break even. So you should be concluding that around 450 units of the door frame must be produced and sold so that the company will break even. After writing that, you will be getting 1 mark. Okay, next one, to achieve the profit of rupees 5 lakhs, how much the sales should be made? So you know the profit will be equal to total sales revenue minus the total cost, that is the fixed cost plus the varying cost. Okay, so I have considered the total profit will be equal to your revenue minus the cost. Okay, so if you consider that way, okay, I have also solved this particular thing here. Just understand this. So it is your just a small calculation whatever is made here. Okay, you will be getting the number of units, as I have considered here the number of units as what? Constant, plus 2,70,000, that is your fixed cost. So how you will solve it? Okay, I have shown both the calculations both the ways. So you will be getting 1283 point something, which I have rounded off to 1284 units. Okay, so to achieve the profit of rupees 5 lakhs, 1284 units must be sold. This is what you have to conclude as. Now we'll see another very similar example. A company is engaged in producing fly ash brick which is sold at uniform price of rupees 3.5, variable cost of rupees 2 and fixed cost is 50,000. How many units must be sold so that the company will break even? And next one, how many sales to desire a profit of rupees 1,50,000. See, solution, write down the selling price, variable price and the cost price. For break even, again the revenue is equals to the cost. Okay, so I have written here, so break even of the sales minus the variable cost plus the fixed cost. Thus the break even point will be equal to fixed cost divided by the selling price minus the variable cost. So you will be getting 33,334 bricks. Okay, so this much must be sold so that the company will break even. Now to make a profit of certain amount, how much bricks must be sold is your next question. Therefore we know the profit will be equal to total revenue minus the total cost, and in total cost we consider fixed cost plus the variable cost. Thus the numbers to be sold is 1,33,334 bricks should be sold to make, okay, to make the profit of 1,50,000. Okay, both the numericals were same. Now we'll see one more numerical which is slight different. Okay, the purchasing of an existing RMC in a good operating condition require an investment of rupees 5 crore. Okay, it is 5 crore. Calculation of operation and maintenance of producing concrete are rupees 2,600 per cubic meter. If a concrete is sold at 3,400 per cubic meter, what annual concrete should be sold to break even if before MARR? We have seen in our previous video, it is our minimum rate of return tax is 20%. Assume plant life of 20 years with estimated salvage value of 50 lakh rupees. Now in your question, if you want to find out the break even point, what are the contents that you need? You need the selling price, you need the variable cost and you need the fixed cost. So did you observe in this numerical the fixed cost is not given? So but the fixed cost is given in terms of what? Operation and maintenance, or it is given as what? Operating condition at an investment of 5 crore. That means it is a present worth. Okay, so to calculate first, to calculate break even point, we need to calculate the fixed cost. Thus the annual fixed cost, I am considering the annual fixed cost because it is with respect to the annual operation maintenance and the salvage value. So the annual fixed cost we need to consider it as, okay, yeah, we'll consider better. This is okay, so to calculate the break even, we need the fixed, thus the annual fixed cost is 5 crore, and we are considering what? Annual amount to the present worth. So A by P 20%, comma 20 years. Okay, I have referred the table, I have referred the compound interest table to the, for the values, minus 50 lakhs A by F. Why future amount? Because it's the salvage value. Thus I am calculating annual worth to my salvage value. Okay, thus fixed cost I am getting as what? 1 crore 2 lakhs 43 rupees is my fixed cost. Now for now what is the question that is asked to you in the, okay, if a concrete is sold at this much, okay, what annual concrete should be sold to break even before that much, whatever they have given the amount mentioned. Thus for break even, revenue will be equal to the cost. Again the same, we found out the fixed cost by indirect method, and just solving we are getting the break even point, that is 12,804 rupees per cubic meter. This much should be the selling value. Okay, so this is how we have solved the numericals regarding this thing. Okay, so here what were the assumptions we made? Now after solving the numerical, you will understand the assumptions more better. Okay, here all the elements of cost, that is the production, administration, selling, distribution, can be divided into what? Fixed and variable components, and variable cost remain constant per unit of the output. Okay, fixed cost remain constant at all the volumes of output. So understand the difference between the variable cost and fixed cost. Selling price per unit remains unchanged or constant at all the levels of output. Volume of production is the only factor that influences the cost. There will be no change in the general price value, and there is one product, and in case of multi-product the sales will remain constant. Okay, so here I hope you have understood the concept well. Okay, I'll be also sharing this PDF notes on the group. So solve the numericals along with this. The numericals will remain same, but the way they ask, they may tackle the question, okay, in the frame itself. Okay, so I hope you have understood, solve all the numericals. For any doubts you can contact me. Thank you.